like you on break from 7-Eleven, bitch.
You look like you
with that synthetic ass wig on.
You look like
that nigga got Michael Jackson makeup on.
You look like you need a break from 7-Eleven, motherfucker.
True story. David has one main chick and 3 side chicks. Even his love life sounds like the late night menu at Popeyes.
You look like Tyler Perry presents Hungry Hungry Hippos.
That's cute. Hell's Angel Food Cake.
Tony, the only time you've dropped weight was lowering your dad's casket.
Thank you, Cold Stone Steve Austin. Come to think of it, Jacob, you look like all you eat is cigarette-flavored ice cream.
While in prison, Jacob was in a race war, which is the only time you'll hear the phrase, Jacob was in a race.
Armando, you look like a migrant worker who relocates based on McRib season.
Armando lives in a Honda Accord right now. It's the only motherfucker I know that has a sleep apnea machine with a car charger connected to it. Armando can't find an apartment because all his landlords are scared he's going to burst through the walls with a new flavor of horchata.
Armando's never been in a gang, but he did get shot when that kid fell into his cage.
Paige doesn't have a lot of sex. The only reason a guy would get up in those guts is to escape the freezing cold of the planet Hoth.
See, what can I say about Paige that hasn't already been said by a child in a supermarket? Paige is actually getting married in a place called the Madonna Inn. Which is fitting that it's the Madonna Inn because your dress is going to need a lot of material, girl.
Paige is waiting for her big break, and my guess is it's going to be one of those weak-ass ankles.
Paige is genetically Italian, but she identifies as ranch.
Paige is every black man's dream girl. She's curvy, she's sassy, and her fingers are too fat to dial 911. Paige is actually a very accomplished actress. I loved her work as the boulder that trapped James Franco in
Paige, what exactly the fuck happened? You know, you look like you sucked a dick marked "Do Not Touch" at Willy Wonka's factory.
Paige wrote a vampire novel because her biggest fantasy is someone that can find her neck.
Paige's neck is so thick that her ISIS beheading video would be a trilogy. Heather doesn't like Tinder because she's too afraid of getting catfished or poached for her ivory.
I am 34 years old. If you want to know Heather's age, just count the rings around her neck.
Heather is so big she has to get her tampon changed at a Jiffy Lube.
Heather was in an abusive relationship with a guy, and she stayed in it for years because he kept saying he was going to give her a knuckle sandwich. Look, I'm not going to lie, I have tried to bang Heather before. I don't care, I'll fuck anything that moves.
Fun fact about Heather, she's a freak. Once, 4 guys tied her down. Then they figured out she wasn't a bear and they let her go.
When John was 10, a lifeguard tried to molest him. It didn't work because it's really hard to get a wet shirt off a fat kid.
Johannes is so fat. When he hears someone has a bun in the oven, he just rips the baby out and eats it.
Keep going right through the laughs. Keep going.
He invited me over to Smorgasbord the other day, and when I got there, it was just a bunch of dead babies with mayonnaise on them. Yes!
Katrina is so black, round, and heavy. The only difference between her and a bowling ball is when you put 3 fingers in a bowling ball, it doesn't say, come on, shove your whole arm in there.
Tony looks like he measures time in the amount of lasagnas he's eaten. For example, Tony's girlfriend left him 2,000 lasagnas ago.
Let's everybody give it up for Dylan. The last time anybody seen him is when he drawn that white bitch in SeaWorld. Dylan is more Mexican and cholo than me. Every car he gets into is a fucking lowrider.
Whenever Dylan get in my car, my check engine light come on. Dylan lived in a 2-story house. He tried to hang himself from the ceiling, and it became a 1-story.
Tom can't go to Japan because of all the poo. I don't mean girls. The Japanese will try to harpoon him.
What do you like this?
I don't know, man. Like, when Fat White Ruben Stutter came up here at first, I was like, it just looks so nice and peaceful in the face, You have a very thin top of the head, which makes me know that there's hope in there. I think that Nacho Libre attorney didn't...
What?
No, Nacho Libre's attorney right here.
I thought you were talking to me like I'm Nacho Libre.
No, you're Nacho Belgrande.
Tim here has been homeless twice. Once because he was broke, and once because he couldn't fit through any doors.
Who wants to go first?
I got this, you coward. Keith has bad dandruff. He's so full of carbs, even his scalp has a buttery, flaky crust.
If Keith dies, he's going to be the first person buried 6 feet under and 7 across.
You just hate religious talk because you can't stand to hear the phrase, the Last Supper. You're going to be the first gay person to get dragged to death behind an ice cream truck.
Keith is an obese bisexual. You really put the gut in faggot.
Keith's so fat he has type 2 diabetes. No, excuse me. So fat he has 2 types of diabetes.
Keith, it doesn't even hurt my feelings that you don't think I'm attractive and that you wouldn't fuck me because sticks and stones may break my bones, but Keith would fucking crush me.
Keith once broke his entire closet door frame when he tried to hang himself. Keith, you are literally a fat failure in a broken home who should have stayed in the closet.
Keith tried to hang himself as a teenager, and he's been taking his anger out on belts ever since.
Keith looks like he got stung by a swarm of Applebees.
Keith, you look like you had your neck removed so food can get to your stomach faster.
Keith looks like
like breathing makes him run out of breath.
Keith, it looks like you skipped leg day, but killed it on breast, thigh, and wing day. Keith has the teeth of a poor British person and the pounds of a rich British person.
Pat's father died of a heart attack. He would have survived, but Pat made the ambulance stop at Arby's.
Pat's dad is a war hero, which Pat recently learned is not a sandwich.
Pat recently baby-proofed his apartment. It's just a bunch of signs that say, if hungry, do not eat baby.
Pat's wife won't swaddle their baby. She's too afraid he'll mistake it for Chipotle.
I do love Chipotle. What can I say?
If you had one shot, one opportunity, everything you ever wanted, one moment,
within our conscience,
would you capture it or just let it slip?
Is he here? Is Eminem here?
No, but you look like you ate all of Mom's spaghetti.